Siancom. Right. Apa? Right. If everyone can see me and hear me, let me just wait for the other participants to join in. Then we will start the webinar. All right. So we just wait for the other participants. We'll start exactly at 1 p.m. So we have 1 minute. Then we'll start the webinar. Good morning, Sir Lothar. Thank you for joining. All right, it's 1 p.m., so I will now begin with the presentation. Good day, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. And I think we have international participants right now, so I'm forced to speak in English. So good good day, everyone, to our Filipinos resellers and participants, to all the international friends that are participated to this webinar. Good day. I'm John Rick, one of the technical support of Alloy CP Trading. And we are the exclusive distributor of GrandStream products here in the Philippines. Uh, we're, we we are a small team that handling all the inquiries and technical issues about GrandStream here in the Philippines. And I am accompanied by Patrick. He's also a technical support, and he will be in charge with your questions. By the way, there's a chat box in the right side of this platform. You can send your questions there, and Patrick will try his best to answer your question. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me just share my presentation and then we'll start the webinar. Okay, you can see my presentation. All right. So for today's webinar, I will be presenting about the transition from UCM 6200 series to UCM 6300 series. And all right, here are the topics for today. Here's our agenda. First is the introduction to UCM 6300 and UCM 6300 audio series. Next is the high availability solution, introduction to GDMS and remote connect, GSWave and other components, and then the transition and the live demo after the discussion. Introduction to UCM 6300 series. The GrandStream UCM IPPBX series delivers an impressively powerful and easy to manage platform that brings together different technologies, including voice, video communications, video surveillance, data tools, mobility options, and facility access management. We offer enterprise-grade features in an affordable, compact, quiet, and easy to manage PBX designed specifically for the small, medium, and enterprise markets. And here are the components of UCM 6300 series. Um, Voice, it includes voice, video, mobility, and data. Under voice, it offers secure, high quality, and reliable voice, audio conference, audio codec support, voice features customizations. Under video, it supports SIP voice video calls and excuse me, and conference, surveillance integration, video codec supports, and also the WebRTC. Within the mobility components, cell phone apps, and remote monitoring are supported. Multiple offices connection and also the GDMS. And under data, we have the call recording, API interface, system backup and restore, voicemail and instant messaging, fax service, LDAP and LDAP server. Um, we also have the CRM and PMS integration and other call center features and statistics. And excuse me. And here are the specifications of UCM series. So the series composed of 4 models: the UCM 6301, UCM 6302, UCM 6304, and UCM 6308. All models are based on Asterisk version 16, and the number on the models are based on the FXO and FXS ports that are um, supported on the each model. It has 3 gigabit network ports, integrated PoE plus, USB and SD ports on the UCM. It supports up to 3,000 SIP endpoints and up to 200 SIP trunk accounts. The UCM offers up to 10 video conference rooms and up to 80 parties with HD and up to 300 parties for the audio conference. All models support zero configuration endpoints provisioning, and it requires no licensing fees. The UCM 6300 series, or with the audio series, it also has 4 models: the UCM 6300A, UCM 6302A, UCM 6304A, and UCM 6308A. They are also based on Asterisk version 16, and the for the other 4 models, compared to the first series, we have a model that doesn't have a FXO and FXS port, which is the UCM 6300A. So it supports up to 1,500 SIP endpoints and up to 200 SIP trunk accounts. So here's the main uh, comparison of the two series. So between the UCM 6300 and 6300 video series and audio series, the main difference are the memory, FXO, and FXS ports available on each model as highlighted in this slide. So I will pause for a bit so you can see the main difference of the two models. Next, we can have a look at the comparison chart of the performance capacity between the two series. UCM 6308 supports up to 3,000 extensions, and while the audio series only supports up to 1,500 extensions. Audio series has a lower capacity, almost half of the concurrent calls as compared to the UCM 6300 series. And audio series does not support video meetings or video conference features. And here's the main comparison of all 8 models that are including the UCM 6200 series. So I think I will not discuss this any further. because it will take for a while. So I will just send the presentation after this if you want to. Next topic is the high availability solution. GrandStream high availability solution is a solution that provides continuous availability for any UCM server deployed for critical mission and for applications and services that needs to run with a minimal downtime. It uses the redundant software performing a similar function using two UCM servers. One of them will be the active UCM and the other will be the passive. In HA setup, there are two UCMs with one UCM in active status and the other is in standby status. When the primary UCM runs into hardware or severe software issues, the secondary UCM will take over immediately and goes into active status, becoming the primary server. And here's a simple or sample diagram that for the HA system. So ideally, the two UCM in high availability setup must be deployed in the same location and connected directly to each other via the heartbeat port on each UCM. So the primary UCM and the secondary UCM can be connected to each other via straight through or crossover Ethernet cable connected through the heartbeat port. At each UCM, uh, if there's one or LAN connection, you should what do you call this? You should connect it to your internet or any uplink network device. And for the FXO port, an RJ11 telephone adapter is required to split the PSTN line for the two UCM and for the two UCM FXO ports. And here are the prerequisites or the criteria that must be checked before you set up an HA. So the two UCM must be on the same model and firmware version. The data on the primary UCM will be synchronized to the secondary UCM in real-time manner, and the secondary UCM monitors the primary UCM status regularly. When the primary UCM runs into the hardware and severe software issues, the secondary UCM will take over immediately and goes in active status, becoming the primary server. And you must check the following: heartbeat connection between the two UCM, and also the UCM must be on route or switch network mode. And please use static IP address also for the IPv4 address. All right. The needed configuration for HA functionality is under the main active UCM 6300 series. Uh, it is located on the web interface under system settings, and then HA page. Once everything is set up and running, user can monitor the setup through the HA status and HA logs page. And here are the configuration or options that can be seen on the HA configuration tab. For switch, what is for switch? It forces to switch the roles of active UCM and standby UCM. Please do not use this function unless it's necessary. I think you can use this while firmware is on upgrading mode. So the UCM will still run uh, on the while the main server is upgrading. So that's the main function of this uh, for switch. Then you can see the HA station type. You must configure the HA station type. One is primary, the other is secondary. In HA setup, you must choose one for each of the UCM. Next is the HA cluster IP. This IP address is shared by the primary and secondary UCM. This IP address can only be used for the active UCM regardless um, if it's the primary or the secondary UCM. Next option is the HA peer IP. So this is the IP address of the peer UCM. So on the primary server, you will set the IP address of the secondary, and then on the secondary server, you will set the IP address of the primary server. Next is the HA peer MAC address. So just like the peer IP, it's the peer MAC address of the peered UCM. And then the heartbeat port, this is the port used for communication between the two UCM via heartbeat port. So the port will be from 0 to 65,535 port. So, but we recommend to use the default port as it's 9527. Next is the status page. You can check the current role of the UCM here. You can also uh, see the configuration sync status, the logs, and then the switchover activity. Next topic is the GDMS. What is GDMS stands for GrandStream Device Management System, and it is a cloud-based solution that provides the ability to easily manage GrandStream products before, during, and after deployment. It separates subsystems based on different product lines such as VoIP system, PBX system, network systems, and gateway systems. It provides real-time diagnostics, monitoring, and email notification of device events. The deployed devices automatically connect to GDMS and is able to download their configuration. It offers convenient management of devices on multiple sites. The users can schedule tasks or for firmware upgrades and configuration updates. The GDMS is using HTTPS protocol and two-way certificate verification to ensure the data security between phone devices and GTMS platform. The account password is encrypted and stored to ensure the security of the account. No limitations on the number of devices and SIP accounts that can be managed. Configuration of all supported device parameters includes the account settings, phone settings, network settings, system settings, maintenance, applications, profiles, and handsets. The GDMS uses the serial number to authenticate the devices to ensure private rights of the device. It has built-in troubleshooting tools like syslog, packet capture, traceroute, and ping. It also allows you to configure the devices by group templates and model templates. The device can be, the sites can be managed through this system. And here are the also the prerequisites. The TR069 features needs to be enabled on the phone endpoints. And there's a working internet connection to access the GDMS platform also. It is also required. And you must have a GDMS account before you can manage the GrandStream devices. So to register, oops, sorry, to register, you just have to go to this website www.gdms.cloud and just click the sign up button. Our next topic is the Remote Connect. The UCM series Remote Connect service is offered via GDMS. The UCM 6300 series provides UCM Remote Connect service, which offers users a quick setup to start working remotely, including GS Wave web app and Wave mobile application on Android and iOS system. And these are the supported devices of Remote Connect services with the UCM 6300 series. We have the GRP series, GXP series, GXV 3300 series, GVC series, DP750 series, and the WP820 series. From time to time, um, GrandStream add models into this list, and you can check the list from this link, gdms.cloud/system/about. And in order to integrate UCM 6300 with the GDMS, user should follow these three steps. Log into GDMS using your account, associate your UCM 6300 series, just enter the serial number and MAC address to register into the platform. Then you can start to manage your system. So after connecting the UCM to GDMS, an open beta plan will automatically be tied to the UCM. Users can click on the diagnosis button to diagnose the remote service system. So as you can see, this is the remote connect. And what are the features offered by the remote connect services? So number one is not traversal. It allows users to communicate remotely from external network without complicated configuration needed. So we don't have to configure our firewall, and Transstream will do it for you now on this remote connect service. Next is the cloud storage service. GDMS provides cloud storage service for UCM 6300 series to back up configuration files and user data. Next is the remote management. You can view basic device information that sync up UCM zip extension and remotely reboot the system. Also, you can also see the UCM statistics and generate those reports and send the system. Send those reports to the system admins via email. The Remote Connect features Media NAT Traversal, provides automated NAT traversal service for users to make calls and attend meetings from external networks without NAT issues. The UCM public address can be found on the UCM web interface. So here's the diagram on how the Remote Connect works. So I'll just pause and you can see it. Next topic is the GS Wave app. Wave is a mobile and desktop app that provides remote voice and video collaboration tools for businesses utilizing Grandstream UCM 60 and UCM 6300 audio series. They are ideal for remote workers as it offers an easy to use platform to join and schedule meetings, calls, and conferences from anywhere. Wave pairs with UCM Remote Connect Cloud service, which ensures fully secure connection by providing automated NAT traversal. So we have three different types of Wave app. First is the Wave Web, which is a client application for the UCM series, and the users can use their favorite web browser to participate in web, video, or audio conference and make calls via WebRTC. Next is the Wave Desktop. It is a client application that you can install to your personal computers, and you can also make and you can also make calls via WebRTC and participate to video and audio conference using the Wave Desktop. The other Wave application is the Wave for mobile app. It is a free application that you can download from Google Play Store or the App Store. So you can also participate and make calls using this application. Right. So UCM users can log into GS Wave Web and GS Wave Desktop using the zip extension numbers and password. As you can see on this screenshot, this is the Wave Desktop. And when you uh, log in, you can see your contacts, you can manage contacts, you can make and receive calls, you can also host or schedule a meeting. You can also use the instant messaging feature to chat with the other users. GS Wave main feature instant uh, messaging. Wave Web allows users to conduct a peer-to-peer chat or group chat, and it supports all the needed chat features and options. Here are the features that of the Wave app. You can it supports up to 5,000 characters. You can send up to 5,000 characters. Supports emoticons, file and picture sending, copying, forwarding, and replying to messages, editing and deleting the sent messages, and you can also mute the messages by enabling the DND feature. GS Wave main feature audio and video meeting. Users can join an audio or video meeting on UCM by dialing the room number that it can be created on the UCM. They can also select the meet now or schedule a meeting to start at a specific day and time by selecting the schedule. Meet now will pop up a window where users should enter the meeting subject and the invitees and will start the audio of video meeting immediately with the chosen parties. Schedule is will take users to a page when they should enter the information about the meeting and the date and time of the meeting and when should it should start. You can also use the GS Wave app for GTS 3700 series and GS cameras for monitoring. The GS Wave allows you to monitor up to 32 Grand Stream cameras and up to 10 GDS 3700 access systems. When the door system or the camera is set up, the user can receive an incoming call from the door system once someone rings the doorbell. So as you can see on this screenshot, you can see what's on the camera of the GDS 3710 access system. And now we're going to the last part, the transition and the live demo. So if the client or the user has upgraded their UCM from UCM 6200 model or 6510 model, the user can use this function to convert the configuration file of the UCM 6200 or 6500 series to the configuration file of 6300 series. You just log into GDMS, go to UCMRC, UCM backup interface, then click the convert config file. Then as you can see on this screenshot, this is where you can convert the config file from the UCM 6200. The converting duration will last for several minutes, and when the conversion is done, the user can click to download the converted configuration file directly to the local PC. The user can also restore the configuration file in the new UCM device directly. And then the original configuration file format should be on that tar file, and the file size limit is 10 gigabyte. So after this, I can show you on how to convert the config file. Next is the live demo, and I will show you on how to convert the file. Let me just switch the screen. All right. So here's the UCM 6200.04, and I will back up the configuration file of this system. First is to log into your PBX, then go to maintenance, then go to backup, then you can click you click this add backup, then check the config file, then click the backup. All right. As you can see, there's some configuration here. We have extensions, analog trunks, and VoIP trunks. We also have some inbound and outbound route configuration. So after the backup, you can download this. Then you then this is the GDMS, by the way. So you can log in or go to this website, gdms.cloud/login. Then if you don't have an account yet, you just click the sign up, and then it will requires you to fill up this form. All right, so I will just log in my account. Right, this is the dashboard of the GDMS, and I have a UCM 6304 provision or um, paired with this system. So on how to convert the configuration file, you should go to storage, then click the convert config file, then upload the backup file that you downloaded earlier. Then convert, then select what model of UCM are you going to use, or are you going to back up this configuration. Then select the MAC address, then convert. This will take several minutes, and after that it will be, you can restore this configuration to the new UCM. By the way, the new UCM is out from the box. It doesn't have any configuration right now. So I will show you later on, how you can restore or how you can upload the configuration file from the UCM6204 that we have. Okay. So we have the config file, and then you go to the UCM device, then you can remotely access the PBX. This is the UCM6304. And it's a fresh system, so it doesn't have any configuration. Use extension. It doesn't have any extensions, analog tracks, and more. So to restore the configuration, you go to maintenance, then backup, then it should be here. Yeah, this is the backup from the 6202, and you can restore it by clicking this button. Then okay. It will take for a while, and the UCM 6304 will restore all the configuration of UCM 6204, including the IP address or the network settings. It will just take for a while. The device is rebooting right now. Then we will see if the configuration uh, restored to the new UCM 6304. All right. While it's loading, do we have a question in mind so we can answer it? I think it's already up. And let me see. Oops, not found. If this happens, I think you should clear the browsing data. And then all right. Let me just check the device if it's running right now. Yep, it's running right now. Just check it. All right. All right. Di ko siya mapasok ang phone. Di ko siya mapasok. Yep. While troubleshooting, I think do you have any questions? Basically, that's how you um, upgrade or convert the configuration file. You just restore the file, and then it will um, restore the configuration on the new UCM 6300 series. Sorry for that, guys. I think there's a network issue, and we're still troubleshooting it. And basically, after that, it will just work. After restoring the configuration, we'll just I think we just continue the webinar or the live demo on the next webinar to show you what happened after um, the conversion of configuration file. For now, I will just if you have any questions, I will just answer all those questions, and then we'll proceed to end the webinar. Do we have any questions? So yes, to be honest, yesterday we already tested it, and I don't know what happened right now, but it works fine yesterday. Don't know what happened. So sorry for that uh, mishap. And then I think I'll just end the webinar. Thank you for the participation, and I think we'll just show you on the next webinar on what happened. All right. So thank you for participating, all the international um, participants from around the world, and also the Filipino participants that joined me. Thank you for participating, and have a good day.